Welcome to Airwatt, a company that cares as much for our people as we do for the environment and our visitors. For us, safety is a way of life. We want to make sure that you leave our property as well or even better than when you arrived here. We want you to return home safely to your children and families. Remember, Airwatt's motto regarding safety is zero harm to people. To do this, we ask you to begin with your mind. It is the most important piece of safety equipment you have. To engage it, you simply have to switch it on. Decide that you want to live here as well as you arrived. Make up your mind to take responsibility for your own safety. While we do all we can to provide a safe environment, the responsibility ultimately lies with you to ensure your safety and well-being. You are not only important to us, but also to those who love you and rely on you for a living. Please take time to view the safety video and pay attention to it so that it can act as a companion to you as you spend some time with us on our premises.
Allow us to equip you for a safe and productive time at Airwatt. It is very important to know that no firearms are allowed at any Airwatt premises. If you have a licensed firearm in your possession, please declare it and hand it in at the security gate. It will then be deposited in a safe and will be returned to you upon your departure. Please note that the taking of pictures and videos is not allowed on any Airwatt premises without permission from the relevant manager. Always wear the appropriate personal protective equipment known as PPE. Signs are posted all around our plants to keep you informed as to what PPE is required. Before entering an Airwatt plant, please make sure that you are wearing the minimum PPE as demonstrated here. Airwatt staff members and visitors should wear at least a bump cap, a t-shirt and overall trousers, as well as safety boots or safety shoes. The overall trousers and jacket should be flame retardant and acid resistant. Contractors should always wear a hard hat, overalls and safety boots or safety shoes. And speaking of signs, make sure that you remain aware at all times that safety is often reliant on reading the signs. They're sure to make you aware of all the potential hazards. If there is a sign that you don't understand, just ask. Anyone will be happy to help. Restricted areas are exactly that. If you are not meant to be there, please don't be. There is always a good reason, and often you may not understand the reason. A decision to ignore these restrictions could, however, end in tragedy. The speed limit on our plants is restricted to a safe speed for the circumstances, not exceeding 20 kilometers per hour. There is a lot going on and a lot to look out for. So keeping the speed limit low ensures that if someone makes a mistake, the risk of injury is reduced. There are certain risks when visiting a wastewater treatment plant, such as mechanical risks, for example, moving parts or equipment like belt presses, settling tank rotating arms, and pumps. There are moving vehicles on our plants, such as tractors and trucks. Therefore, the speed limit is 20 kilometers per hour. There are also certain chemical and biological risks that you should not be exposed to, like ferric chloride, chlorine, exposure to raw wastewater and pathogens such as bacteria, viruses, and parasites. In the case of electrical risks, please avoid distribution boxes and electrical wiring. In general, when you are on an Airwatt plant, remember the following. Stay within demarcated areas. Do not touch any water, sludge, or screenings. Do not use any taps on site that display a not for drinking sign. always wear the provided PPE. Remember to wear sunblock or a hat. Wash your hands after visiting the plant. Do not climb on any structures or railings. Do not wander off alone and stay with your group. Stay away from the dams and never swim in the dams. Smoking is allowed in the designated smoking areas. Nobody is allowed to enter the plant when under the influence of alcohol, drugs or any addictive substances, and random breathalyzing will be done. Use hand railings to remain safe. In the case of an emergency, we have an evacuation procedure. There are signs to guide you to the assembly areas in emergencies. If anything happens that may endanger you or others, please report it to the plant manager and the security officers on site. In the laboratory, there are also certain measures in place to safeguard the lives and well-being of visitors that you should take note of. Ensure that you are wearing the minimum PPE, which is a laboratory coat, and, where indicated, gloves and safety glasses. Please report at the reception desk. Your host will meet you there and accompany you. Large groups visiting the laboratory need to be divided into smaller groups. No eating or drinking is allowed in the laboratory. Do not touch any instruments, equipment, chemicals, glassware or samples in the laboratory. Stay within your group and do not enter restricted areas. Should you touch anything in the laboratory, wear safety gloves and wash your hands when leaving the laboratory. Enjoy your visit to our facilities and remember, be safe.